Cujo, what are you growling at?
Hello everybody, in this video I continue my retro movie review from my Blu-Ray DVD collection. This time up, we got Cujo, and I got the 25th anniversary DVD or Blu-ray right here. Alright, so stick around, it's going to be fun. There's going to be some spoilers. Bring it right up to about the ending. I'm not going to get in the ending in case you haven't seen it. But anyway, let's talk some Cujo. Before we get into the movie, and we're also going to talk some DVD extras, my name is Joe. Welcome to Color Positive Movies. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell so you know when new content's been uploaded, and the like button would be great too. So what's Color Positive Movies all about? We love talking movies. My whole family has always been into movies. Sometimes my sister joins me for these videos. So we want to bring that to you in an entertaining and informative way. Cujo is a movie adaptation of a Stephen King novel. It was released in 1983. It was directed by Teague. It stars Dee Wallace. We got Daniel Hugh-Kelly, Danny Pintauro, and Chris Stone. Alright, so I'll give a quick overview of the story, and then we'll get more into the story deeper in a second. Alright, so Cujo, it's a horror classic. It's a story about the Saint Bernard that contracts rabies and becomes horribly violent. And then you have Donna, played by Dee Wallace, takes her son, Tad, played by Pintauro, to this remote farm. Their Ford Pinto is having all kinds of car trouble, so they're taken out so a mechanic can take a look at it. And just as they pull up to the farm, the car just dies.
Well, I think we've arrived, Tatter.
Yeah, but is anybody home?
Now they're stuck, and they shortly find out that this once lovable dog, which they had meant before, is not so lovable. Alright, so they're trapped, and not only do they have to deal with this monstrous dog outside trying to eat them, as time goes by, they're now dealing with the sweltering heat and dehydration. Alright, so that's a quick overview. So let's get deeper into the story. Alright, the first half of the movie, or say maybe the first 40 minutes, is a lot of character development. Alright, we get to know the Trent family. We have Donna, who is obviously played by Dee Wallace. We got husband Vic, played by Daniel Hugh-Kelly. And at first glance, they're the typical, husband, wife, kid, going about their lives. And then we quickly find out that there's really more to this family. Donna's having an affair with the handyman, Steve Kemp, who was played by the late Chris Stone, who happened to be Dee Wallace's husband at the time. If you look up Chris Stone, I'm sure you recognize him. Great career. It's a little tip of the hat to him for sharing his craft with us. Now back to the Trenton family. Obviously, Donna knows the affair is wrong, so Vic goes off on a business meeting, and that's when she's going to break this affair off, but it quite doesn't go as planned. So we also get to know their 6-year-old son, Tad, again played by Danny Pintauro. There's this great scene where he's afraid of monsters in his room, I think specifically in the closet. His dad comes in, and they have these monster words where when they recite these monster words together, that it wards off the monsters, it protects them. And that's a very well done scene, and it actually kind of plays later in the film, where there's a realization that comes later. Alright, now running parallel to the Trent story is Cujo's transformation, and this is done masterfully by Teague. You feel sorry for Cujo, but at the same time you're terrified at what he's become. There's this great scene where a boy goes out looking for Cujo, his dog, and it's a foggy morning. He's yelling for his name, and then Cujo comes out of the fog. You can tell rabies is kicking in, but there's just enough left of what Cujo used to be where he doesn't attack the boy. There's a little bit of a standoff, then Cujo turns away and he walks and disappears in the fog, and that's really the last time you see the dog as this once lovable Saint Bernard. I like how the story kind of plays on two different kind of stressors. I guess really fear. You have the real fear of this giant dog trying to attack me. That's real, it's right there. It's an imminent threat. And then you have the, maybe not make-believe, but the fear of what's to come, or what, like Donna, she's doesn't want to be a bored housewife. Is this the life? Is this all I'm going to have? So she has that going on. And then Vic, the husband, he's got the stresses of work and finances. Is this deal going to go through? So when you have those kind of two dynamics back and forth, it works really well in this movie. Okay, now back to the Pinto. Again, they're trapped. You got this dog outside. The heat, the dehydration starting to take its toll. And Teague, the director, does a very good job of giving the audience a sense of that confinement, but yet a small glimmer of hope. The farmhouse is right there. It's so close, but yet just far enough away that they can't take that chance right now, or Cujo is going to run them down. That really just brings that sense of helplessness to the film.
Get back in that barn, damn you.
The scenes with Cujo are very well done. You switch between Donna and Tad's view of the car, and then you switch to Cujo's point of view. And this works great in building the tension. Teague's use of camera angles are brilliant. Most of the car scenes are shot from Cujo's level. And this plays with the audience. You don't know if you're following the dog or it's just the camera view. So you never know where Cujo's at, where he's going to come from, and that works really well. That works well for a lot of scares here. All right, so I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to stop the story here. In case you haven't seen it, I don't want to give away too much more, especially the ending. So let's get into Dee Wallace's and Danny Pintauro's performances. Let's talk about Dee Wallace and Danny Pintauro. They're fantastic in this film. The acting is top-notch. Pintauro in particular, he's very good. You feel for Tad. He's just a terrified young boy who now realizes that his monster words don't work. And that is a tough lesson for a 6-year-old to say, hey, monsters actually do exist. As good as everybody else is in this movie, Dee Wallace carries it. I think this is an underrated performance. Each time I watch it, she gets better. Not only does she have to fight this dog off, she also has to play mom and protector to just a panicked little boy. I mean, and you see the stresses building up in Donna. And it really comes to the head when Tad is screaming for his dad. And that really pushes Donna to the breaking point. Here I am, but he wants his father. And after that, it's like, well, does she break? Or does she step up and protect the son, and in essence, protect her family? Wallace pulls off that character arc masterfully. She goes from bored housewife to fierce protector, and it is very well done. All right, now, if you read the book Cujo, there is some differences. I'm not going to get too much away. I'm just going to talk about the dog itself. In the book, the dog has some supernatural element to it that is removed for the movie, and I think it works really well. It's a dog, it gets bit, and contracts rabies. So don't let that deter you. This is a horror classic for a lot of reasons, and it stands up well over time. And that tells you, how good this movie is. All right, so let's talk about some of the DVD or Blu-ray features. I got the 25th anniversary version. There's some pretty cool extras. You get an audio commentary with the director, and there's also this 3-part documentary, Dog Days: The Making of Cujo. That's really cool. It's cast and crew interviews. They tell how they took the story, what they took from the book, what they didn't, and why, and how things were shot. And there's also a really cool part where they talk about the dogs, the different dogs they used. They had a mechanical dog. They had a guy in a dog suit. It really shows you, at least for me, and maybe in horror movies, the practical effects, they stand up to time. CGI is great when used right, but there's just something about the practical effects. Cujo's a great example. The Thing, look at The Thing. It just seems that for horror movies, it gives it that gritty, raw feeling. And I think that helps the longevity of the film. So anyway, again, see Cujo. It's a classic. All right, so I hope you liked this retro review of Cujo and slash DVD review. If you'd like to check out some other videos, I'll put up a link right around here. I'll hook up the playlist to my retro review DVD collection playlist. Again, please subscribe, like button, leave some comments below. Let me know what you thought about Cujo. And thanks for stopping by Color Positive. And see you soon.